think it was that smile that started all of this. Love is such a simple concept, yet it is so difficult to describe what love is. To describe love, we have my favorite. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. 1 Corinthians. We have love is a battlefield at Benatar. We have love doesn't make the world go round. Love is what makes the ride worthwhile. Franklin P. Jones. We have love is all you need. As best as I could do. We have love never fails. 1 Corinthians. Love is something that I never really spoke to Brandon about, except for maybe, man, I love this beer. We'll talk about that more in a minute. First, I should tell you that I went to high school with both Brandon and Linzy, but Brandon has been like a brother to me ever since. And in the past 2 years, I have gained Linzy as a friend through Brandon. Brandon and Linzy met in high school, but thankfully they didn't date then. Neither were quite ready for each other at that time. Years after high school, they met back up again through Facebook. Brandon says that Linzy instigated the relationship. They dated for over 3 years before Brandon proposed. In those 3 years, I must have asked him 100 times when he was going to propose. I know that they were growing together during those 3 years, but I was worried the whole time that Brandon was waiting too long for a girl like Linzy. I'm sure Linzy's dad might think that 3 years was not long enough. And I certainly respect that, but I hope that he and everybody else come to see Brandon as the great guy that he is. And I'm sure that he will only become a better man just by being around Linzy. Linzy is patient, kind, cool-minded. These are traits which Brandon lacks at times. Playing the part of minister, I wanted to be sure that they were both ready for marriage. When I was trying to prepare for this speech, we had them over for dinner so I could understand what she wanted me to say. I was a little let down when she didn't give me much to go on. But then I realized that she didn't mind what was said because she had her eyes on marriage, not this event. That gave me confidence that Linzy was ready. And for Brandon, at the bachelor party, where we spent an entire day riding dirt bikes and four-wheelers, completely unprompted and still sober, he told us all that he appreciated all of us guys, but even without us, he was good to spend his life with Linzy. That gave me confidence that Brandon was ready. And as I stand up here tonight, confident I am marrying two people who are ready and committed. I remember one time in college when Tracy Lawrence's song, "You Find Out Who Your Friends Are," came out. And Brandon told me he thought of me when he heard that song. I was blown away then because I knew he had a big heart, but I didn't know he had a tender heart. The next time I was blown away was when he asked me to join him up here tonight. For both of those conversations, I cried man tears. Man tears can be described as when something is so awesome, one sheds a liquid from their eye. Not tears, but man tears. I should tell you tonight that this event is so awesome, it's worthy of man tears. I need to share something else. I'm married, and my wife is here tonight. I point this out so you know that my resume has 7 years of marriage. Jenny? Brandon, let me tell you something. Wives keep score, so make sure you're always earning points. See? Points can be earned by simple things like opening doors, saying thank you, buying flowers, doing dishes, but even easier by just listening. Men think our wives tell us something so that we fix it, but that's not true. Just being there for her and listening earns you points. Still keeping points. And another thing, men who do housework get loved more often. studying the Bible, I found an interesting scripture which is appropriate here. In Mark 12:25, Jesus said, "When the dead rise, they will neither marry nor be given in marriage. They will be like the angels in heaven." This is interesting to me because heaven is a perfect place and marriage isn't there, so then marriage isn't perfect. All married couples know this is true. But the hope for marriage is in love, which is something that unites us all. God is the author of marriage, and he gave us marriage to help get us through this sinful, difficult world. On the sixth day of creation, God created man. Then he created woman out of man. He did this because he realized that even with all the plants and animals on earth, man was lonely, and that was not good. Ecclesiastes 4 tells us, "Two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. Also, if two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken." There's a lot in there, but it all says that married couples have help, warmth, and strength as two. However, the third strand in the cord is God, which can strengthen a marriage even further. God works on all of us through people. We can see tonight that all these people here are here to help strengthen your marriage. I call on all of you in attendance tonight to help these two and support them, talk to them, encourage them, love on them, share in their good times, and help hold them in their bad times. If everybody would please bow your head for a word of prayer. Lord, I thank you for bringing us here today on this beautiful day to see these two come here in front of all of us and just truly love each other. Lord, I pray that they last through it all and that most of all, they enjoy each other for who they are. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So then, Brandon, do you, with your friends, family, and God as witnesses, present yourself willingly to be joined in marriage to Linzy? I do. And Linzy, do you, with your friends, family, and God as witnesses, present yourself willingly to be joined in marriage to Brandon?
I do.
May I have the rings? No problem, I got it. I know. I wasn't practicing. These rings are an external and visible sign of the internal and spiritual bond of love which unites their two hearts. May they serve as a seal of the vows Linzy and Brandon will make to one another. Bless these rings, symbols of eternity, beauty, and strength. Bless the couple who gives them and wears them. May they ever live in harmony, unity, love, and happiness from this day forward. Brandon. While placing the ring on Linzy's left hand, please repeat after me. I, Brandon Ledford, take you, Linzy, to be my wife.
I, Brandon Ledford, take you, Linzy, to be my wife.
I admit that you are the better half. I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad.
I promise to be true to you in good times and bad.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
I will love you all the days of my life.
I will love you all the days of my life.
While placing the ring on Brandon's left hand, please repeat after me. I, Linzy, take you, Brandon, to be my husband.
I, Linzy, take you, Brandon, to be my husband.
I humbly accept that I am the better half.
I humbly accept that I'm the better half.
I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad.
I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health. You're right.
I will love you all the days of my life.
I will love you all the days of my life.
Brandon and Linzy. By the power invested in me by God through an online ministry, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly announce to you Mr. and Mrs. Ledford.
Woo!